guys, I'm Chas, and this is the 11th episode of Cooking with Chas. Today we're going to jump head first into how to cook stuffed mushrooms. I'm using shrimp as my protein today. You can use whatever meat that you want, or you can go completely veggie. If you want the recipe to this dish, don't forget to click the link below. We're going to start out by me showing you the ingredients. Okay guys, real quick. What we're going to need is onions, bell pepper, garlic, shrimp, cheese of your choice, breadcrumbs, salt and pepper, olive oil, and of course those delicious mushrooms. I chose Baby Bella. You can do white. It's completely up to you. Let's get started. I got my pan on a medium-high heat. I've added a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And so now we're going to add some bell peppers and some onion. And I also add my garlic. Go ahead and immediately season those veggies so you can go ahead and get them to start sweating. With a little salt and pepper. Toss that around a little bit. Get that going. I'm going to show you one of the mushrooms. So this is what I do, is I pop that little stem out and then I clean that out. Hollow it out. And the best tool that I found is this right here. It's the melon ball, the opposite side of the melon ball, because it has the teeth. Works really good. So those, the inside of the mushroom that I took out, all right, I'm going to say that I'm going to add all of those that I removed. And don't forget to salt and pepper those mushrooms you just put in. Now we're going to let these cook for about 2 minutes in a bowl to the side, the bowl that I had the mushrooms in. And now I'm going to add a little bit more of the extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to add our shrimp and cook those right up. In the meantime, I'm going to preheat my oven for those stuffed mushrooms to 375. Let's add our shrimp. Remember to put them in one layer so they can cook evenly. Your shrimp are only going to take a minute on each side. So let's hurry up and season the first side. All right, so it's about a minute. Flip that on over. Now we're going to season the other side of those shrimp. Salt and pepper. A little bit of lime juice. And those are done. It might have been less than a minute on that side, but they don't take long at all, and you don't want to overcook them because we have to put them in the oven. Now that we have the shrimp out of the pan, I've set those aside, they're cooling, and I'm going to put these mushrooms in the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes just to get them going. Now in the pan that we just had the shrimp, add just a touch more olive oil, and we're going to add the veggies right back in. And we're going to add our breadcrumbs. Put that back in. I like to get the flavor of the shrimp in the filling. Now I'm going to add some breadcrumbs to that pot. Turn your heat down to about a 3, which is like a medium-low. Now since I turned the eye off, I put a splash of chicken broth. Just a splash. It works great to pick up all that at the bottom of the pan. You don't want it too wet because that's the whole point of putting the breadcrumbs, was to dry it up. But we do want to get all that's on the bottom of the pan. And so now I'm just scraping that up. And this is why I like to put those in the oven for about 5 minutes. If you can see the liquid that's at the bottom of each one of these, that would do nothing but make your filling really mushy, and we don't want that. So what I'm going to do is take each one of these and just dump that liquid out. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and I took the filling out of the pan, so that can go ahead and start to cool. These shrimp are already cooled, so I'm just gonna chop these. Not very small, just enough so that they can get mixed in really good into the filling. Now, as I said, we're gonna add these in the filling, and I'm going to mix up all that filling with the shrimp. And here we're going to add our cheese. Doesn't take much on the side, some cheese on the side, because we're going to put it on top of the mushrooms also. Just want all that to get incorporated. And what I like to do is I let this sit for about 10 minutes just so all the flavors can mix well together. Our filling has had time to sit. We're going to take one of the shells. I'm sorry, shells. It's a mushroom. We're going to take one of the mushrooms. We get about a tablespoon. We drop it in there. So that's completely filled. But I like mushrooms, so I'm going to put a little bit more. Just a little bit. So it's sitting up pretty. See that? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill all of those just like that. And we're going to get these in the oven. We'll be eating pretty soon. All right, I have stuffed all of the shells. And now we're going to top them with cheese and put them in the oven. So what I'm going to do is take that reserved cheese that we have, and I'm just going to place it right there on top and press. Because it's a little wet, so your cheese will stick to this. It's going to be... All of the mushrooms have been topped with cheese, and we're going to pop them in that 375-degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes. All right, so our timer went off and I took the mushrooms out. They look great. The way that I knew that mine were ready, because it's dependent on your oven, I squeezed the side of the biggest one and they gave a little bit. Not mushy to the point where you don't want to eat them, but soft. That's what they look like. They look great. So I'm going to get these on a plate, taste them, and wrap up the video. And here's your finished product. Stuffed mushrooms with shrimp and veggies. So good, so easy. If you want the recipe, don't forget to click the link at the bottom. And if you haven't already, subscribe, share, and like this video. I'll see you guys soon.